I would definitely say sales is a numbers game because the ultimate test of a salesperson and the ultimate success of sales relies within the ultimate test, which is detachment. It's kind of like dating, except with dating, you can control your value. A company, however, if you're selling a product that is just little market demand, and that's another thing, your ability to sell, it may not be always reflected as your ability, but nonetheless, the limitations of your product line or the services you provide. And so it is so much easier to sell an Apple iPhone than it is a Huawei phone, because Huawei phones are now banned because they were doing some bad stuff. And iPhones have in particularly invested so much time and energy into their brand building and marketing and the quality of their products and services that to this day they dominate the market share. And that is really important when it comes to selling, is for you to understand what specifically you're selling. If you want to be a salesperson, well, your whole experience with being a salesperson can be completely terrible, and that might discourage you and make you hate sales. But believe it or not, everyone on earth is a salesperson. And the way I see it is, selling is getting someone to believe in you. That doesn't mean tricking them, although salespeople can be tricky. You know, there's people called used car salesmen. Used car salesmen are people that sell another person's garbage and try to make a profit in between. And the only way for them to make a profit is to haggle you on the price and make profit that way. And so it's difficult because they buy secondhand stuff for cheap. They don't repair it. They don't invest in the product, and they sell it. There's a reason why people sell their cars, their used cars. They sell their used cars most likely because they don't like them anymore. There's a reason why they don't like them or don't want them. Or one of the reasons why they wouldn't like them is because they're too overly priced. The automotive industry is definitely overpriced because when you buy a car, the product value and the resale value dramatically drops. So that's particular to that industry. A woman's value when she breaks up with her boyfriend, it's like giving back the car to the auto dealer, like a repo or something else, her value increases because there's a vacuum created, right? And so your sales experience, I believe, is certainly specific to what you're selling, and you have to be aware of that. You have to understand, more importantly, who you are as an individual, and do your core values align with the values of the company. Now, you can't expect one company to have 100% of all your values, even religious or spiritual values, but try to pick a company that is the closest. And so back again, the reality of sales, it's always hard. Even iPhone, it's hard to sell. There's people that the reason why they don't want an iPhone because it's too good. Sometimes when you're selling too much of a good product, it's too good for the person to buy. They don't feel adequate enough. And so to sell them on it, if you really want to sell people on it, you can. You'll have to change their mindset and their viewpoints on the product. But however, if someone doesn't have money, it doesn't matter. They can't afford your product. And we're all bullshit artists. A lot of people feel very insecure when they know they can't afford something. The God honest truth is, most people are scared to be